okay, LeBron James does not like the Boston Celtics. And I wonder why. The recent reports that LeBron would rank Boston at the very bottom of his free agency list are based on comments from ESPN's Brian Windhorst, LeBron's best friend. But LeBron himself has never publicly stated he hates Boston. For the record. But just for the sake of making a video, why LeBron James may never wear a Celtics jersey. Because you have Tatum. They're saying LeBron would sign for the minimum. And there's Philly, there's Miami, there's all these teams, but you never hear any rumors about Boston Celtics, even with Jason Tatum there. So, if there is one franchise that has haunted, challenged, embarrassed, motivated, and ultimately transformed LeBron James, it is the Boston Celtics. Now, there are reports suggesting Boston is the last place LeBron would ever choose to finish his career. And honestly, when you go through NBA history, it actually makes sense. Because this isn't just another rivalry. This rivalry helped create the greatest version of LeBron James. Boom. The young king meets basketball royalty. It's 2003. LeBron James enters the NBA carrying impossible expectations. He's supposed to save Cleveland. He's supposed to become the next Michael Jordan. Meanwhile, Boston is still Boston. 17 championships. The league's most decorated franchise. Even before Boston became a contender again, every game against the Celtics meant something. But everything changed in 2007. Boston assembled Kevin Garnett, Ray Allen, Paul Pierce. Not one, not two, but 3 Hall of Famers with one mission, and that was to win a championship. Unfortunately for a good friend LeBron, he stood directly in their path. The first heartbreak, 2008. The Cavaliers won 45 games. LeBron averaged nearly 31 points. He looked unstoppable until the second round. Boston, 7 games. Every possession felt like war. Paul Pierce answered every LeBron basket. Kevin Garnett controlled the paint. Ray Allen stretched Cleveland's defense. Game 7 became legendary. LeBron dropped 4-5. Paul Pierce dropped 4-1. And Boston survived. The Celtics would go on to win the NBA championship. For LeBron, it was another reminder. He could be the best player on the planet and still not have enough. Moving on to 2010, LeBron's breaking point. Bron had 2 MVPs. Cleveland won 61 games. This was supposed to be LeBron's year. But instead, Boston happened once again. This series changed NBA history. LeBron had one of the worst playoff games of his career in Game 5. People questioned his effort, his leadership, even his desire to win. Boston eliminated Cleveland in 6 games. So what happens next? The decision. Without Boston, LeBron may never leave Cleveland. So if you think about that, the Celtics didn't just beat him, they forced LeBron to rethink his entire career. Now, Miami, LeBron James, Dwayne Wade, Chris Bosh. People love saying LeBron formed a super team because he wanted an easy championship. That's not entirely true. Miami wasn't built to beat everyone. Miami was built to beat Boston. Because Boston exposed every weakness Cleveland had, no secondary superstar, not enough shooting, no defensive versatility, the Heat answered every one of those problems. Dwayne Wade, Chris Bosh, elite spacing, elite defense, everything Cleveland was missing. But even after that, Boston still refused to die. Even after creating the Heatles, Boston kept standing in LeBron's way. 2011, Miami eliminated Boston, but the Celtics weren't finished. Then came 2012, the Eastern Conference Finals, one of the greatest series in NBA history. Boston led the series 3-2. LeBron was on the verge of another collapse. Every critic was ready. If Miami loses, the Big Three becomes one of basketball's biggest failures. And then, Game 6 happens. 45 points, 15 rebounds, 5 assists, cold, emotionless focus. This image of LeBron staring through the crowd before tip-off became iconic. No smiling, no celebrations, just business. Standing on business. Standing on all 10 toes. It wasn't simply a great performance. It was psychological domination. Boston had spent years breaking LeBron. And then now, LeBron finally broke Boston. Miami won Game 7, then defeated OKC for LeBron's first championship. Many NBA historians believed that Game 6 in Boston is the most important game of LeBron's career. Without it, there may be no championships. There may be no GOAT debate, no legendary legacy. And then now, the rivalry never really ended. Because years later, Boston comes back with a whole different team. Isaiah Thomas, Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown, Marcus Smart. The jerseys changed, but the hatred remained the same. LeBron eliminated Boston repeatedly with Cleveland. Then in 2018, he delivered another masterpiece. Game 7. 35 points. 15 rebounds. 9 assists. Another conference championship. Another Boston crowd silence. Even rookie Jason Tatum dunking on LeBron James couldn't stop him. That was LeBron's 8th straight finals appearance. Boston was once again the final obstacle. Now, LeBron has had rivalries with Detroit, Golden State, Indiana, San Antonio, but Boston was different because Boston attacked every version of LeBron. The teenager, the MVP, the Miami superstar, the returning Cavalier. Every era, every version, every championship journey, when people say LeBron would never wear a Celtic green, it isn't because of one playoff series. It's because nearly 20 years of basketball history make that jersey represent every obstacle he ever had to overcome. While recent reports have fueled that narrative, LeBron himself hasn't confirmed he never played there. All right? Sometimes your greatest rival isn't the team that beats you the most. It's the team that forces you to become someone better. For LeBron James, that team was Boston. The Celtics didn't end his legacy. They built it. Every championship, every MVP, every finals run can be traced back to the lessons learned battling those green jerseys. And maybe that's exactly why wearing one has never felt like an option.